Shall we listen to Fox and Friends tell us how horrible poor people are? Don't you understand that poor people are going around, they're using their food stamps, the $200 a month that they get, because it's fun, man. It's fun. Everybody loves being on food stamps. Used to be, you'd be ashamed and you'd let your kids starve. But now everybody's just partying it up. Let's listen to whatever that woman's name is on Fox and Friends. What's her name? She is just not a bright person, ladies and gentlemen. And frankly, she's unattractive on the inside, if you know what I mean. She's not a nice person. And here she is talking to some other right-wing fool.
Gretchen Carlson.
Right, of course. Gretchen Carlson. And, well, let's just play this clip.
Thank you, Brian. Are too many Americans avoiding work to collect welfare? Well, check this out. Just last year, 45 million Americans received food stamps. That's a 70%.
Pause it. Of course, you don't want to go out and work when you can get a whole $200 a month for food. You don't want to. Why would you need to? Heck, for $200 a month, you can get, I can get a gallon of milk every week. There goes 10% of that money. And then you can get, a lot of ramen noodles or rice and beans, as Hannity would say. And you're just set. Then the rest is gravy. Not literally gravy. You don't need to buy that food. I'm talking gravy. You go out. You have a couple of nights out in the town. You maybe see half a matinee movie.
Increase since President Obama took office. So you have to wonder, are entitlements the new American dream? Joining me now, Michael Goodwin, a Fox News contributor and columnist for the New York Post. You know, I almost
Pause it now. Now you see what they're doing here. Entitlements. What do you think about when you think entitlements? Well, Social Security, Medicare. Those are entitlements too, just like food stamps. Except for, of course, that's not the case.
I almost get a stomachache saying that. Because when you think of the American dream, you certainly don't think about handouts. But is that what we're becoming?
Right. Well, it's interesting. I mean, the thing I write about in here is the idea that shame used to be part of this. In other words, people didn't want to accept a handout because they were ashamed to do it. There was a kind of social contract that said, you don't do it, you're independent, you're reliant. That was part of the American founding virtue, as Charles Murray calls them. And yet now we look at it and we see this explosion of entitlements, and this sense of shame is gone. So I focus this week on food stamps, which I think is a real cultural issue, because it's now 47 million people in the country are on food stamps. And a decade ago, there were 19 million. So under President Bush first, and now under President Obama, the rolls have exploded.
Now, why do you think the rolls have exploded in those 10 years? Do you think people just go like, you know what? Food stamps, 10 years ago, it wasn't cool. Now food stamps are completely cool. It couldn't possibly have anything to do with the fact that 25 million people found themselves dropping below, 133% of the poverty line. Lost their jobs, lost their health insurance, whatever it is. Had medical bills, lost their savings in the financial crisis. It couldn't have anything to do with that. No, of course, that can't possibly be it. Understand that the eligibility for food stamps has not changed. So one of two things have changed. One, people realize like, hey, there's no stigma attached with food stamps anymore. I'm going to stop working just to get that $200 a month. Or B, a lot of people became poor and were forced to go on food stamps. I don't know. That's something I think I'm going to have to just sleep on.